Hey guys, today we are making Beazley biscuits. So if you didn't get some biscuit mix from a package, don't be sad because we are giving these to our family and friends. So be lucky if you get one, but don't be sad if you don't because you can make these at home too. So you're going to start by pouring your Beazley biscuit mix into your bowl. Right? And then try to get all of it in, but if you can't, that's okay. So now you're going to make a little hole in the middle of your biscuit mix for the milk to go. Just like this. If there's a little bit of thick side, maybe just push that over a little bit differently. Try to get it to the bottom, but try not to see the glass at the bottom. You can see it a little bit, but not too much. So for your milk, you can either use your dairy milk or your non-dairy milk, which is coconut milk or almond. So I'm going to use this milk.
And if you're just starting with the mix, we do have a link in the description below on how to make the mix up to this point. So, but if you got this package from the Beazleys for Christmas, you're all set to go. You just throw the mix in and add these other ingredients. Here we go. Awesome, nicely done. Perfect.
So now you're going to take your mixing spoon and take the sides and fold them in and mix it super good. Make sure you get the flour in the corners because it's sometimes hard to get and I mix it a lot. So make sure you get deep into that corner.
This is where you might want to get mom or dad involved because the stuff in the corner is kind of hard to get at the bottom, but we'll just kind of scoop that out like that, get it through and tough.
So the next step is you're going to take it out of your bin and kind of get it to go together. So the thing about the fun part is you want to make sure that you don't play with it too much with your hands because it won't be as good to rise. So you're just going to make, before you take it out, you're just going to make a little ball kind of in here. And if there's a lot of dry stuff that you missed, you can get to add a little bit more milk. Not too much though.
Yeah, I think we'll add just a touch more milk, just because there's a lot of dry stuff at the bottom there that looks like it's not attaching to the rest of the ball here. So we're just going to add just a tiny little bit of milk there, like that. And then we'll mix the rest of that in and try to get it into one kind of ball that's kind of keeping itself together, but just barely sort of thing, okay?
Yes.
All right.
Okay.
Maybe Dad will do this again because this is where it gets kind of tough. And there. And we can see the stuff at the bottom because of the extra liquid that we went in there. The stuff at the bottom is starting to attach to the rest of the ball. So I think we got a little pretty good here.
Still a little bit off. But...
Yep. And again, we don't want to mix this up too much because it does affect the way that it rises. So I think we're good. We got a little bit of stuff in the bottom there, but not very much. Perfect.
Okay, now I'm going to move my bag back here, and we're going to sprinkle a little bit of flour on our table so it does not stick to our table.
So we just have a little bit of flour in a little cup here. I'm just going to sprinkle that around. It's good. Make sure you ask Mommy and Daddy before you do this at home. Okay, so take our clump,
And just play
put down,
with it a little bit here. Then
get your rolling pin ready.
And get your rolling pin ready. Make sure it's all sticking together there. And now we're going to take our rolling pin and roll. See how the flour's making it so it doesn't stick to the table? Daddy, why don't you roll it a little bit that way? Kind of got you get your hands on there so it squishes squishes more and makes it more flat.
All right, we should also preheat the oven yet because we haven't done that yet. So we are going to get the oven going here on a convection or a bake setting. 400, okay, so 400. And that should be ready to go by the time we're done here. Okay.
Now let's flip it over.
Sure, flip it over. And ooh, careful.
And
And so we want this about what, maybe a centimeter thick? Thereabouts, maybe 2 centimeters? Centimeter and a half to 2 centimeters thick. And now it's time to put on the butter.
okay, we've got our butter. So, Daddy.
All right, this is the next phase.
So, you're not going to put on too much butter, but at the same time, it's a big thing, so you might want a lot of butter. Gonna spread that everywhere so you can get a ton of cinnamon on there.
All over the whole area. That's it.
Might even need some more butter.
Yeah, we're gonna get the, just a second. A little bit of an
Spread
amount
all
to it.
over.
Yeah.
It's like painting.
So we've got a generous amount of butter all over almost every section of this. And now we gotta add the cinnamon.
Next, we need our cinnamon sugar mix, which you'll get in your package. And if you don't have a package, it's just a mix of cinnamon, white sugar, and brown sugar. So we're just gonna take this and take a spoon. Let's get that right there. And we're just gonna take a little bit and sprinkle it on.
Jump, spread it all around, get on every little corner. There you go.
Okay, now we're gonna spread that a little bit more with the knife. Because we don't want it piling up too much. So, let's roll it up, shall we?
Okay.
So,
How do you do that?
we're just gonna roll it up into a kind of line center.
Alright.
And make it tight.
Nice and tight. Just like that. You kind of make it almost like a burrito. Tuck in the ends and pinch them in. And then you get this nice, long, burrito looking thing. So now we gotta cut them.
Yep.
So now we're gonna cut these. And when we're cutting them, we go, what, about an inch?
Maybe.
Yeah, about an inch. So if you can measure off, if your parents maybe like have their thumb and they measure out a grown-up's thumb, it's probably about the width of a grown-up's thumb. And so we're gonna go down and we're just gonna cut them into little sections like this. And this is where Mom and Dad probably can help out a lot here too, because it's a little tricky to get through these layers and also keep the cinnamon buns together. Yeah. Once you grab the baking sheet. Yeah. Okay. I'm going to continue cutting these. There we go. And one more. The ones on the end will be a little bit sloppy looking, but that's a-okay. All right, and then we just plop these right on.
Make them so they're a little bit spread apart.
Yep, and turn them on their side so they're like going on like this. Kind of round them out.
Okay.
And we're just gonna spread them out as best we can. And there we go. And now we're gonna stick them in the oven that we preheat to 400 degrees. It's almost there, so we're just going to pop these in and watch them closely. They don't take very long, what, like maybe 7-8 minutes? Something like that. We're gonna watch them closely. So you wanna put those in, Dill? And just watch it at the top. Maybe I'll help you there, because that's super hot. Okay. go. And we'll set a timer for like, let's say 7 minutes, and then we'll have a look in 7 minutes.
Now we can enjoy the smell of our biscuits baking. And you're wanting your biscuits to have a slightly golden brown when they're finished. So in 7 minutes we're gonna check that. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's check our cinnamon buns to see if they're ready. They could use a couple more minutes maybe. It's been another minute and we think they're ready to come out.
Oh yeah, they're looking ready. They're looking ready. Yeah. They smell so good.
Now it's time to eat up. Happy holidays. Now you can enjoy your beautiful, delicious cinnamon buns on Christmas Day.